Hello everybody, how are you today? Are you fine? That's nice. Language and kids. Language is a human product, a giant body created in the universe with specific characteristics. Kids and babies are aware of this fact, even though they cannot talk about it. Kids and babies know that language is not an objective, but in school, it is an objective, and that's why they get bored. Okay, children know that language is just a means of communication, is a tool that can represent their physical needs, that can talk about their worries, their own problems, and that can help them satisfy some physical games like, games, etc. How do kids acquire language? First of all, in their DNA, language is not an objective. It's just a means. And there are some things that can motivate their brains towards this acquisition. Scientifically speaking, children are situated inside a linguistic zone. They are situated. And that linguistic zone is made up of three elements: physical needs, like food and drink, clothing. Second one is funny activities like games. We're talking about the world of gaming. And the third one is periodic accidents like sickness and problems, conflicts with friends, etc. Those things are sufficient to activate the whole brain toward the acquisition and production of language. And without these elements, language remains an obstacle to the brain of kids. I'll exemplify. Let's start with this model. 3-year-old kid or 2-year-old kid. In the morning, kids want to eat. They feel hungry. And once they feel hungry, they ask for food. They ask their mom to give them food. What makes our kids to speak that language is that physical need. The fact that they are hungry, they are famished, they are starving. Without this, kids will not generate any sounds. For example, I'm a 3-year-old kid. I say, "Mom, I'm hungry." She says, wait, no, I want to eat. In that process, language is not my objective. Language is just a means of communication. It's just a tool that can talk about the situation that I am in. My physical state is not good. It's like an emergency. It's an urgent situation. Kids cannot stay patient all the time without eating. They want to be served immediately. And language is that means. It's the same thing, with gaming activities. Kids, girls and boys have their own gaming, have their own, toys to play with. So they choose the best place and they choose the best mates to play with. When they want to play, they ask other mates to share that game, with them. And language is the key to that world, the world of gaming. Kids sometimes, that's periodic, get sick. They have headache, stomachache, toothache, etc. And these things make them speak and talk. That linguistic zone is made up of three elements that can motivate the whole brain towards the acquisition and production of language. First of all, physical needs. Second one, gaming activities. Third one is periodic accidents. And each situation requires a specific reaction, and reactions differ in the process of language acquisition and production. There are geometric reactions, neurosonic reactions, geosonic reactions, neurogeometric reactions. All these reactions collaborate to target one thing. It's not language, it's the physical needs and periodic accidents and gaming activities. For example, when I speak, when I talk, I use sounds and I use movements. And sounds themselves contain biosonic waves and bioneurosonic waves. Biosonic waves explains to us that the amount of electricity in language surpasses the amount of the chemical matter in the sound. And sometimes the chemical matter in the sound surpasses the electric matter in the sound. That's called bioneurosonic reaction. And there remains also geometric reactions, movement of the body, etc. And each situation requires a specific reaction. For example, in the world of gaming. So the most generated sounds are geometric sound, geosonic sound, and sometimes a neurosonic sound. But the amount of electricity and geometry is the biggest amount in the process of language acquisition and production.